Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and my channel is the Lancashire Stitcher. This is my second Flosstube. The first one, wow, what can I say? Wow. I wasn't expecting quite so many views or just really lovely comments. You know, I was expecting maybe 50 views if I was lucky, and the last time I looked at it was around 2,800 views, so it's just completely overwhelming really. But yeah, thank you to everyone who has watched my video, who has subscribed to my channel, and all the lovely comments, very welcoming. And I did have quite a few questions on there as well. I did answer most of them on the comment section, but I thought I'd go through them in case anyone else is asking the same thing. So Angela asked me, how do I stitch? Basically I use this. It's my really trusty hoop. I really like using this, it keeps the tension really well. I also have Q-snaps, and I also stitch in hand, especially for things like my One Nation, which is really big and it's just easier to do that by hand. I used to stitch by hand all the time, up to about 10 years ago, when I met up with other stitchers and found out that you can use other things. She also asked me if I have any stitchers who live near me. I don't think so. I don't know of any. I meet up with stitchers from around the country at Nimble Thimble, usually twice a year. But of course this year that's not happened due to COVID. But yeah, if any of you do live near me, please let me know. It would be nice to meet up with people who stitch around here. Christy asked me what sort of beading do I do. So when I bead, and really I've only really got into this recently, I make things like this. So this was a kit from Spellbound Bead Company. I've done quite a lot of baubles like that. And I've also made jewellery, so things like this, for example. This was a kit that I got from Etsy. I'll put the link down below. I do have another one of these to make in different colours. But yeah, I do like making things with beading, but it's quite intensive, you know. It's, you know, you really have to concentrate on it while you're doing it. Martina asked me, where in the UK am I? So I live in East Lancashire. Lancashire is a county in the northwest of England. It's quite a big county. Lived here. I've lived in Lancashire all my life, but I've lived in East Lancashire for the last 23 years, 24 years. I originally lived in what is now Greater Manchester, but we moved over here with my husband's job. Amy asked, do I stitch the skin over 1 or 2? She was asking about the ladies that I showed last time. I usually follow the pattern basically. The ones I showed you last week were all over 2, but then this is one I didn't show last week. This one is In the Arms of an Angel by Lavender and Lace, and the face and the skin, baby's head are all stitched over 1. Now this one I've recently framed it again, because you might be able to see that there's creases on the fabric. It's quite a heavy fabric, it's quite thick, and my original framing wasn't brilliant, so I thought, right, before I show it on a video I'm going to reframe it. So I got it out, undid all the lacing, washed it again, ironed it while it was still damp, and yeah, I've still got creases in there. So if anybody knows how to get rid of creases on thick fabric, please let me know. Because I would like to have that in my frame, in a frame without the creases. Sue asked, do I do my own framing? I do now. I used to have a framer who I would pay to frame things for me, but she retired from framing some years ago, so I've framed since then. Anastasia asked me if I've got any suggestions for a first mirabilia. And basically what I said to Anastasia was that I can't really suggest one for you because I could suggest something that you don't like stitching on. Mirabilias aren't difficult, they're just cross stitching and beads. It's just finding one that you really like and just getting going with it, basically. Deanna asked me if the English county maps are still available, so like this one here. I've also stitched one of the Isle of Skye for my parents, and I've got this one as a chart of Grampian in Scotland. They are still available. I looked online this morning. Written in Stitches by Sue Ryder. They're on the Heritage Crafts website, but you should be able to get them from any stockist that sell heritage charts. You can get them chart only, but I know you can buy them as a kit as well with the fabric. And then Sassy Gal 2007 asked, where can you get artsy patterns in the UK? I bought mine from Lakeside Needlecrafts. They're online and they have quite a good stock of those. Okay, right, so I've already shown you one of my finishes. This one fell over. I'm going to show you this one as well. This is Let It Be by The Drawn Thread. I stitched this quite a while ago. It was a kit again from Nimble Thimble, and this frame is just one from Next that I'd been given for a present, and it fits nicely in it, so that one's in there. I've also done some FFOing recently. I think this is helping me do that. So I'll show you some of the things I've finished. This cross stitch is of Rivington Barn. It's not far from where I grew up, and this was one of the first things I ever cross stitched. It was in a shop in the town where I grew up, which isn't there anymore obviously, and I can't remember who the designer was, but I stitched it and it was in a frame for quite some time, but then the frame broke, so I've finally got round to making it into a little cushion. This one is I Hear the Bells, which is a hands-on design chart. I finished this during lockdown, and then I've just finished it off in a cushion using the fabric that came with the chart. So it's nice, some nice green velvet on the back. So that's I Hear the Bells. This one is Stitching Feeds My Heart, which is a Silver Creek sampler chart. I absolutely love the sparkle on this. I don't know if it's coming out on there, but there's lots of sparkle. Again, it was a lockdown finish, and I've made this into a flat fold. Okay. This one is, it's my grandson's name, and it's Winnie the Pooh Alphabet by Designer Stitches. It's this book. I made it a while ago, and then I finished it into a wall hanging using some fabric and some lace that I had in my stash. This one is Official Crazy Cat Lady by Raise the Roof. I finished this a while ago. It was another kit I got from Nimble Thimble, and I finished this into a flat fold using some cat fabric that I got online. So There we go, I love that one. Okay, let's move those out the way, else I'll end up knocking them off. As far as stitching is concerned, I've got one new start. I started something, but this is going to be a present for my husband for Christmas. So if you know my husband, shh, secret. And it's a PlayStation controller by The Needle and Floss. I got this on Etsy, and I've been trying to do an hour a day during the week, and this is what I've got done so far. So I'm trying to do an hour a day during the week while he's at work, so he doesn't see it. So that's my new start, the one new start from this last few weeks. So over the last few weeks I've worked on a number of my whips. First one is Bygone Stitches, One Nation. And as I said last time, I'm doing 2 stars and a state per week on this. I'm doing 2 stars rather than the 1 star and 1 state a week that Janet Jabber suggests, because I've not got enough stars on as yet. When I catch up with the stars, I'll go back to 1 star in a week, 1 star in a state. But I also realised that I hadn't been putting the little blue stitches in the starts, so I've done that. I've caught up with that, and I've done some more of the blue lines. And then on the states I've done Tennessee and Ohio, so there they are at the bottom. So there we go. I'm trying to do an hour a day on this as well, so I catch up with all the lines and all the little bits of things. So yeah, I'm trying to keep up with that. And the next one I've been working on, I showed this last time, is Stargazer by Mirabilia. When I filmed last time, I was on the 3rd day, and I didn't manage to finish all the ribbon. I finished this ribbon here, but I didn't get to finish this one down here. So, but her head is done, her face is done, her head's done, and the ribbon on her head's done, so now it's just a case of going down. I've also worked on my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm really happy with how much I got done of this one. There we are. As you can see, I finished off Christmas blessings. I've done the reindeer, flying reindeer, mistletoe, and then the picture of the mistletoe. This is being done in all the call for colours. The next one I worked on is Raven Queen by Mirabilia. So I don't have a photo, I can't find the photo of this one for some reason, it's disappeared. So I'll put a picture up here on the video, and this is what I've got done so far. So this time stitching her, I managed to do this skin and her face and a bit of her hair. But that's what I've done. Again, I don't know what fabric it is. It's a piece of Pole Stitches fabric. And yeah, she's good. She's got her face now, so that's good. I'm going to stitch on her next month as well during my 24 hours of cross stitch challenge, which I'll talk about later. I also stitched on Sweet Dreams by Lavender and Lace. I'll get my board. So I managed to do some of these flowers. There's lots of confetti stitching in these flowers, so I'm quite happy with the progress I made on that. And then my most recent whip that I've been working on is Through the Storms by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm stitching this on a piece of grab bag fabric from Pole Stitches, and that's my progress so far. I've finished working on this and this rotation now, so it'll go away for the next time. Okay, so in October I'm going to follow the 24 hours of cross stitch challenge again, pardon me. And basically you get one of these sheets. I bought mine from Quirks and Stitches on Etsy. You get the whole 12 months of them, and then you can see you get a set of quotes or words. So next month is cuckoo alarm, and then you pick a chart to go with each letter, and then you pick a challenge that you're going to do. So usually I'll do 4 hours on the particular piece, depending on what it is. If I'm nearly finished with it, I'll just finish it. So for C, cuckoo alarm, I'm going to do Halloween Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings, and I'm stitching this on a piece of 32 count Belfast linen in vintage grey, and that's what I've got done so far. I'm using all the call for colours, so really nice colours in this and really nice stitching. For you, I'm going to have a new start, and I'm going to do this one, Lakeside Needlecrafts Under the Sea, designed by Duane Jones. I've bought the fabric to go with this, so that'll be a new start this month, next month. For C again, I'm going to stitch on Silver Creek Samplers, Count Your Blessings, and where's my board gone? There it is. This is what I've got so far. Sorry for all the creases, it has been in a bag for quite some time, this one. So I'm going to stitch on that one. So that's been stitched on a piece of 28 count white even weave fabric. For the K, I'm stitching on Seaside Kingdom by Mirabilia. K for Kingdom. I showed this last time and I've not stitched any more on this since. So it's been stitched on Kynance fabric by Sparklies, and that's what I've got done so far. Stitching using all the call for colours, DMC 739 to fill in the castle. And then O, I'm going to have another new start, and I'm going to stitch Owl Scorny by Barbara Designs. I might have to sub some of the threads because there's some colours that I'm not sure of the designer, so I'll just find the colours that I've got in my stash. The other O is going to be Oh Glory Angel by La Di Da, and this is what I've done so far on this. It's being stitched on a piece of raw linen, 32 count Belfast linen. I really like stitching on this design, a really nice one. For A in Alarm, I'm going to stitch on my Alice in Wonderland heart. That's what I've done so far. I'm using Threadworks colours. The purple is Purple Passion, the pink is Hawaiian Hot Pink. I really like this design. So yeah, that's another one. L is going to be Let It Snow by Roveris. Bought this a while ago and I made a start, and as you can see I didn't do very much. Where's my book? All I did was start the snowflake, so it'll be good to get some of that done, if not get it finished. The A is going to be Autumn ABCs, My Little House Needleworks. I'm stitching this on a 2-tone piece of banding, and that's what I've done so far. Stitching it using all the Carver colours. R, I'm going to stitch on Raven Queen by Mirabilia, which I showed you earlier on. And then the M, I'm going to stitch on Mermaid Fractor by Plum Street Samplers. So I'm doing this on a piece of, I've written this down, 28 count Lugana in Twilight Enchantment by Crafty Kitten. And that's what I've got done so far, using all the Carver colours. So that will start, that acrostic will start on the 1st of October. Until then, I'm going to be carrying on doing my rotation that I've been doing for the past few weeks. I've also got another finish, but it's not cross stitch, it's crochet. I finished off a little scarf that I crocheted using Louisa Harding Pitura yarn. It's like a sock yarn, and I got the pattern from Ravelry. So that's another finish. Haul. I have bought some more haul. I think this might be the last for a while. So the first one is Merry Christmas by Brenda Gervais. I saw this made up on Flosstube and I really liked it, so I bought the chart. The next one is from the Cross-Eyed Cricket, and it's the Christmas one. I have a few of these in my stash that I really must start on at some point. This is another one that I've seen on Flosstube, and it's Hello from Liz Matthews, Quaker Pumpkins. I really like this design. Don't know when I'm going to start it, but it's on my list. And then the last one is Alice by Irie TM. I do like this. It looks much better in real life. I've seen it a few times made up, and it looks really nice. Life update. Yeah, nothing much has changed. It's very much Groundhog Day at the minute. The UK government have tightened restrictions as far as COVID's concerned, especially up here in the north. So yeah, still no work. So yeah, just waiting to see what happens, looking at options. So yeah, that's about it really. So thank you so much again to everyone who watched my last video, commented, left such lovely heartwarming comments, and please feel free to leave questions, comments, anything below. Subscribe if you like what you see, and I hope to see you again in another 2 weeks. Bye for now.